Hello everyone, it's Steve with Aptera Owners Club. At the time of recording this video, it is 19 hours, 18 minutes, and a few seconds until the Save Xeon campaign closes. So you guys remember this started about 50 days ago, and we made a video about it here entitled, Is This Where Aptera is Headed? Sono is asking for deposits on their Xeon. And the thing is Sono had the same problem that Aptera is having now, where they did not have enough capital to make it to production, and they needed about 104 million euros to make it to production. That was their estimate, and so they were saying they needed 3,500 Xeon pre-order holders to pay in full, and then that would give them the 104 million euros. And so they had a campaign where basically you could prepay for some or part of your vehicle. And then if you did, um, you could get a discount on it. And the and they would hold this money in an escrow account until it funded to this level. And when it funded to this level, then you would release out of escrow, and then they would they would charge your money, they would take the money from you. And then at that point, the money was non-refundable. And a lot of people, I'm actually surprised that they raised this amount of money. They raised 47 million euros, or they potentially raised 47 million euros. They didn't, it's pretty obvious they're not going to reach their goal in the next 19 hours. So I suspect that these people that pledge this amount of money will either get it back or just not have it charged to them in the first place. And so unfortunately, it looks like this campaign did not succeed for them. But I am impressed that they even got close to 50 million euros pledged towards this campaign. I'm actually surprised they got that much. I would have thought it would be much, much less, which means that they had a lot of supporters that really believed in them and believed that they could make it to market. Because what they're proposing, again, is a very risky thing, because you're prepaying for a product that is not guaranteed to be delivered. Now, there is some thought that if you make it to this amount of money, then you should be sort of guaranteed production, but there are no guarantees. There's a lot of things that can go wrong in setting up assembly line, and there's a lot of unexpected things. And there may be something that money can't even fix, or maybe it will end up taking double the amount of money that they thought that they would take. Um, we just don't know. And so that is just a risky proposition. Now, people in the comments were saying, similar things about Aptera. So we're waiting for 50 million to start production. If we get 2,000 orders to put down $25,000, then to get pushed up to the front of the line, that would do it. And that's true, but would 2,000 people want to risk $25,000 for a product they may never get? And there was a lot of people saying, oh, we could hold it into an escrow account until there's at least 125% to give themselves a buffer. And if you get a buffer, then, maybe that's more likely to make it to production. But I think that these estimates of how much money that they need to make it to production, it's kind of like the estimates that like contractors give you when you remodel your house. It's like, it's always more than that. Um, and so I think the saying about construction is it always costs double and takes three times as long as originally projected. I mean, that's probably not true for some contractors, but then for other contractors, it is true. I've definitely personally known a lot of friends who underwent home remodels, and things took twice as long and cost twice as much as they originally thought it was going to take. So that's kind of this thing, is like, people haven't done this before. They haven't, Aptera's never gone into production with an Aptera before. They think it's going to take this amount of money. Who knows how much money it's actually going to take? There's a lot of, you just don't know what you don't know, is what I'm saying. Um, so it's unfortunate. Before we heard about Archimoto is not doing well. Remember, on the 17th, they made this announcement that they idled their assembly line, and that they were going to try to raise more capital with a follow-on offering to try to raise about $12 million. and they were offering at $3 a share, and then it tanked, and now it's sitting at about $2.11 a share. Um, and they, over the past 5 years, they've lost 97% of their market capitalization. Their market cap is down at $14 million. If you look at SEV, which is the Sono Group, they IPO'd at $25 a share, and they're sitting at 97 cents a share now, and they've lost 96% of value, and they're sitting at about $82 million of market capitalization. So, yeah, it's been kind of a sad couple of weeks with Archimoto probably not going to survive, and it looks like most likely Sion is not going to survive. Now, I think Sono Motors may survive as a company because they have their solar panel encapsulation technique that they're licensing out, and a lot of their board members and I think advisors have been telling them to dump the vehicle and concentrate on the solar encapsulation business that they can license to other manufacturers, and that was what they were suggested to do. However, they started Sono Motors with the idea of making this Sion vehicle, and so they really wanted to make it, and so they wanted this campaign to try to save it, and it doesn't look like that's going to succeed, which is unfortunate. There was also some recent news about Lightyear abandoning manufacturing of Lightyear Zero. I'm going to kind of look into that and probably make a video about that because that decision is a little bit confusing to me. But it looks like this vehicle is most likely not going to make it to market. So this is one solar electric vehicle that's out. Lightyear Zero, which we were pretty sure was going to be the first solar electric vehicle to come to market, looks like is not going to make it to market, and that leaves Aptera as perhaps still, even if they make it in 2023 or 2024, they may be the first solar electric vehicle to make it to market. That's a possibility because the Lightyear 2 is not slated to come to market until 2025. And it looks like unless some miracle happens, the Sion is never going to make it to market. Unless some big investor comes by tonight and gives them the remainder of the 60 million euros that they need. Okay, well, I think it's a very tough capital market for all of these startups. I was excited about all of them. I think of the three, unfortunately, Sion is the least compelling vehicle. It is basically a standard vehicle that has some solar panels slapped on it and doesn't have any advantages. Lightyear obviously is a more conventional looking vehicle, however, was designed for aerodynamics and lightweight, and then added solar panels on it. So it made a lot more sense. And Aptera, of course, is built first for efficiency, and so is definitely a different kind of vehicle than this. So I think Aptera is probably the most compelling in terms of an efficiency standpoint. Lightyear, I think, also has a good shot if they can make the Lightyear 2 come to fruition. I think between the Lightyear 2 and the Sion, there isn't much that the Sion has going for it. So of the three, I don't want to sound like I'm bashing them because I really like them and I wanted them to succeed. But of the three, I think this was the weakest player in the solar electric vehicle space. And it looks like if Aptera does make it to market in 2023 or 2024, they will now be the first commercial solar electric vehicle mass produced. So we're going to be pulling for them, obviously. Okay, well, thanks for watching, guys. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. I really enjoy reading your comments. Thanks to our supporting members. Have a great day, everyone.